Oh, hello. I'm Sketch.
And I'm Shades.
And this is
GEEK OUT Midstream.
Welcome back, LTLs. Welcome back, Shades.
Welcome back, Sketch. Glad to be here. How are you?
I'm good. Happy New Year, you filthy animals.
I totally forgot that was coming, Sketch.
I'm bringing it back.
I was pleasantly surprised.
So
you
guys,
filthy animal.
I hope you had a good end of 2021. However you celebrated.
Yes.
And here we are in 2022.
I hope you had a good end of 2021 because the beginning of 2022 is looking a little dicey.
Yeah, they all are these days. But you know what? That's okay. Just the way it is.
Yeah.
Just the way it is right now. But you can keep geeking out with us. There's always that. That's a constant.
Yeah.
So if you're joining us live, then you're fresh off of our big Kevin McAllister
Murder House episode.
Yeah, our big Home Alone Christmas spectacular. And
2021 spectacular.
And our patrons, they got to hear our thoughts on Home Alone 3 as well.
Yes. And maybe thoughts on Home Alone 5?
What, the new one?
Yeah. Is that 5?
Well,
Home Sweet Home Alone?
All right. So since we recorded,
yes,
Home Sweet Home Alone came out.
Yes.
And I watched it.
I also watched it.
And
we had thoughts.
I mean, Shays, you want to start? Do you want to say?
I mean, I was just left with a sense of, I just felt so terrible for the quote unquote criminals.
Yes.
In this iteration.
The big change in this one is that the characters that fulfill the role of the crooks, the burglars, are really just normal people. Way down on their luck. Victims of like a recession and just a life,
changing world.
Just 2021, really. And
yeah.
And the child that they are trying to rob, shall we say, they're trying to recover something.
They're just trying to reclaim their property.
And so, yeah, you definitely feel more.
Yeah.
You definitely feel more for the robbers.
I did not empathize with the child.
I did not empathize with the child at all. I will say this. It is better than 3. It's better than Home Alone 3.
Oh yeah, much better than 3.
Home Alone
still
3
missing the magic.
Is nothing. And Home Alone, Home Sweet Home
Alone
is
it's something.
They definitely tried harder to capture that, what we talk about, that magic of the original 2. And you know, in some rather cringeworthy ways, they fail, and in other ways they just kind of non-offensively fail, and in other ways they're okay at it.
Yeah,
and you know, should you watch it?
Yeah, why not?
The Sketch says,
meh.
If you're looking for more than 1 and 2, then okay. Home Sweet Home Alone is fine. Skip 3. I never saw 4. I never saw 5.
Shade says, I don't think I can recommend it. I just can't do it.
The fun thing about it is it does take place in the universe of 1 and 2.
It does.
So Buzz is in it.
Yes.
Buzz McAllister is in it. And Kevin is referenced.
Yes. McAllister security alarm system.
And you know what? Oh no, maybe this is why I should not recommend it. It does kind of blow away my impromptu sketchy theory, because Buzz does reference the fact that they left Kevin.
They left him
alone
home twice. Yeah.
Yeah. So that
trout sniffer.
Oh boy.
all the lines
that were
going to come back.
They did well is they made a good job of making Buzz look so gross. Like eating that burrito in the car.
Yeah.
Was like a choice.
It really was.
It was a strong Christmas choice.
It's the most recent descendant in a long line of gross gags. They're not pratfalls. Like I can't think of the name for it. But in a long line, just most derivative of John Belushi dumping mustard out on his chest.
Oh, sure.
In Animal House.
Yeah, just gross food stuff.
Yeah.
So final thoughts. Stick with 1 and 2. They're the classics. They're classic for a reason.
Join our Patreon. Head over to our Patreon. Listen to our Home Alone 3 episode. Skip that.
If you are going to watch 3, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're going to watch 3, you owe it to yourself to listen to our thoughts on Home Alone 3.
I would agree with that.
And then, I have nothing to say on 4. I think there's a 5. And then this one is Home Sweet Home Alone. And and there you go.
And just any take backsies sketch about our Home Alone universe?
I don't think I have any take backsies. I stand by what I said. A couple real life LTLs have said to me that they're surprised I have such fond memories of 2 that they don't feel 2 as strong as but I stand by it. Like,
I agree.
It's a very different type of movie, but it's still fun. It's very Christmassy.
It is different in a similar vein in like the differences of Ghostbusters to Ghostbusters 2 to now Ghostbusters Afterlife.
That's a good way to put it.
They're sequels, but they're very different vehicles.
Yeah.
They're almost different genres, if you will.
You know what else? It's almost like the difference between Terminator 1 and Terminator 2.
Yeah, I would so agree with that sketch. Yeah.
So how about you?
It's a real curveball you threw there.
Any take backsies? Any?
No take backsies, but just longtime listener Dan wrote in and wondered to the universe if when Marv and Harry survive because they have regenerative mutant powers.
Yes.
And they were cast out of their families and met each other on the street and said, fuck it, we'll just become thieves.
Yeah. This was the prequel. This was going to be a prequel trilogy that ended with the origin of Deadpool, the original Deadpool. It was going to be Marv.
Yeah.
Marv and Wolverine. Just pallet around in Chicago.
Dude, either Joe Pesci or Daniel Stern could play Wolverine.
Absolutely.
I'll just put that out there.
Yeah.
It was a real missed opportunity.
Yeah. God, LTL Dan, he's always writing in. Thanks, Dan.
Yes. Yeah.
They really are in a way that no one else in the movies are depicted. They are superhuman in their resilience.
They are.
Especially in 2. They have no business walking away from 2.
First brick to the face. Done.
Anything else on the Home Alone
that's it.
Cinematic universe?
That was I'm done. I'm done with Home Alone for another year at least.
Yeah, and I will stick with 1 and 2 moving forward. Those will be my holiday classics.
And I will just say it's okay to let IP go. We don't have to keep recycling and reinstalling and updating. It's okay. It's okay.
It is.
We can let it go.
But no one's listening.
No one's Warner Brothers is definitely not listening.
Money.
Too much money on the table.
So any
Matrix.
Yeah, I didn't. Now you saw the new Matrix. I did not see the new Matrix.
I did.
I will see it eventually. I think I'm not a big Matrix guy.
I wasn't. The first one is. I mean, it's just amazing. The psychology and the philosophy in it is wonderful. Matrix 2 and 3. I'm not a fan. Matrix 2 is just trash, in my opinion. I haven't seen 2 or 3 since they came out in theaters. But all I'll say of Matrix 4 is that in the movie, it is referenced that Warner Brothers wants another installment, and they're going to do it with or without you, Mr. Anderson. So are you in or are you out? And I feel that like that was Lana Wachowski saying, hey, Warner Brothers is going to reboot this with or without us. So we might as well
be
make sure it's our vision.
Okay. Well, I mean, I will check it out at some point. I'm in no rush to see it.
And I feel like it'll probably be another 20 years before they try and reboot it again.
There you go. I mean, at some point, I
would love to do The Matrix at some point.
Yeah, well, we should definitely do The Matrix at some point. And now all of them, all four. I'm a completionist.
And yeah, you are a completionist.
I am. So
long-time listeners, you will never know the joy and pain of watching Sketch sail around the sunken
Hyrule
planet of Hyrule, finding every sunken treasure chest.
All joy, no pain.
Oh, spoilers for Legend of Zelda Wind Waker.
There's a lot of them.
Hyrule is sunken, and the King of Hyrule is a talking boat.
Yes, he is.
Spoilers. I warned you.
But you know what's so sad? Because we've talked about this on the show before. I'm such a completionist, but when it comes to games, like, then I'll get to like 90% and stop playing because I don't want it to end. And I have like a whole back catalog of games that I have 10%.
I don't think you ever finished Uncharted, right?
I did finish Uncharted. Those ones I did finish. Still haven't finished Spider-Man.
Okay, that's fine.
Still haven't finished a couple Zeldas.
Okay.
I got these to get back to, and I gotta get back to them.
Yeah. Well, it's okay because there are more Spider-Man installments.
That's true.
Miles Morales has a game, and then there's another sequel to Peter's story coming on the PS5. But, it might be a hot decade before you and I get one.
Well, by the time we get one, they'll already have...
the 6 will be out.
They'll put out the remastered Spider-Man game so that I can just replay it through. And I'll be fine. It'll be fresh to me.
Yeah.
So Shades, what you been up
to? What have I been up to? I've been doing a lot of songwriting and rehearsing with my band.
Very good.
Which is not something I thought was going to happen in 2021, but we made it work, and we're actually heading into the studio.
Very good.
On Sunday.
Very cool.
As of recording,
to
track some stuff. And just been watching a lot of shit, Sketch. Rewatching the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm. Great series.
Particularly the duels between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul and through Rebels in that last confrontation. I texted you. So beautiful that the only time Obi-Wan ever changes fighting styles in all of Star Wars is his final confrontation with Maul.
Yeah.
Because oh, fuck it. He figured it out. I got to kill him. No more having fun.
Yep.
Just end it. That's pretty special. Rewatching Stranger Things. It's nice to spend time with friends. Maybe season 4 will come out sometime in the future.
Sometime.
Fingers
it might
crossed.
Come out right before they re-release season 1 remastered on Netflix Plus.
Well, I keep saying by the time season 4 comes out, they're going to have to use the Irishman, Iron Man, Civil War de-aging effect.
They are going to have to.
Because they're going to be in their 20s.
Yes. I mean, that's the trouble with casting teenage actors and then taking your sweet, sweet time is that do you ever change more than you do throughout your puberty years? No.
And what were they 11?
Yeah,
11, 12
they were
when they started.
Yeah.
So they're 18 now. They're almost 20.
Yeah. This is going to be watching Buffy
old.
back in the day and seeing those high schoolers.
God. Hey, how crazy is this? Okay. You and I are now older than Giles.
Nice.
In the first season of Buffy.
Very good.
That's crazy.
You either die a slayer or you live long enough to become a watcher. And I guess that's
we're watching. Oh my God, that's a shirt. That's a shirt. We're watchers.
We're watchers.
We're the watchers.
We're totally watchers. Oh
yeah.
All right. Let me say something.
Sketch. What's new with you? What are you up to?
Well, this isn't new, but oh my gosh, here we are complaining about that there's nothing new, and here we are just rewatching old stuff. So with Doodle, I've introduced him to Teen Titans, and not Teen Titans Go, but the original animated series, because he showed interest in it because we decorated his nursery growing up with all of our geek stuff.
Yeah.
And so he had a Beast Boy and Starfire thing, and I was like, I'll show you what that's from. So we've been going through that. We've been watching it. We're up to season 4. Season 4 is fucking great. Like, it's so honest good. To God, that television is way better than it needs to be. And
that's Emmy worthy, daytime Emmy worthy.
When okay, so the episode, season 4, episode 1 with Control Freak traveling through all the TV shows, I was like, God damn it, that's us. Like, we're Control Freak going around collecting all these things and gathering them. I was like, oh yeah, that's 100% us. But that show was so good. And you know what I find? This is like nothing. This isn't even like a little Easter egg or anything like that. But so, I'm very rudimentarily trying to pick up Japanese, right?
Yeah.
And also rewatching Teen Titans with Doodle. And in the classic theme song, it ends with 1, 2, 3, 4, go, Teen Titans.
Yeah.
And that go kind of comes out of nowhere. And then, eventually they turn it into the Teen Titans Go miniseries and stuff like that. But, Doodle's into counting. And so we're counting along. And we were like, well, why isn't it 5? Why is it go? And then I was like, oh, shit. Go is 5 in Japanese. And I was like, they're doing a little nod to the Japanese influence. And nice. with the band, that Puffy Amiyumi, who does the
theme song.
And I was just like, better than you need to be, Teen Titans. Better than you need to be.
So much better than it needed to be.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy that you and your child are now watching.
We're now watching Teen Titans.
Teen Titans Go. Or Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. We'll watch Teen Titans Go. And then he's already said that after we're through with this, when we're through with Teen Titans, we're going to switch to Zoid's Century Zero.
Nice.
So, I'm really just crushing it.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you and Doodle.
We're having fun.
That's pretty cool.
How about you? Have you done anything new?
Nope.
You play anything? You see anything?
Did I play anything? See anything? Yeah, I've seen quite a bit. I had a difficult relationship with Ghostbusters Afterlife. We talked about it.
We were all there for that.
The official social media pages were like, hey, we're gonna start posting spoilers on Tuesday, the week after it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, okay. So I masked up, went to a matinee, saw it, I loved it. That was awesome. Nostalgia done right, in my opinion. Some people disagree, but I loved it. Thought it was fun.
I also loved it.
I thought it was. I
texted you, and I was like, I get.
You're gonna love it.
I was like, I get it, but if you decide to go, I think you're really gonna like it.
Yeah,
and I was right.
So I did. Yeah, you were right. It was a movie designed for me.
Yeah,
I thought it was perfect, and we'll see hopefully where they go with it from here, because it looks primed to start up anew.
Yes, it is
where they left it.
But start up anew in a. I'm not trying to bash 2016, but start up in anew in in a way that acknowledges the original, but starts to tell a new story.
If this franchise continues to go forward, and Winston Zeddemore is not like president and CEO of Ghostbusters Incorporated, managing a new team, I think I might be done with Ghostbusters forever.
Well, and I mean, they did set up some pretty hefty promises in the movie.
They really did.
Yep.
Like, justice for Winston. If they stray from that, I don't know. If they do a soft reboot or a hard reboot again, that would be pretty difficult for me.
Time will tell.
But time will tell. Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yep.
Loved it.
I saw that too.
Loved it. Really enjoyed it.
I have a complicated feeling on Spider-Man: No Way Home. I can't decide if I really liked it or if I didn't like it, and maybe I just fall somewhere in the middle. Some parts of it I just absolutely loved, and other parts I was let down by, and I guess that's okay.
could I posit, maybe you and I feel similar on this? My least favorite parts of No Way Home were the parts of the movie that dealt with Tom Holland and his journey through the MCU. I felt like I was very let down by that and everything that had come before.
Everything let down by which parts? By the MCU or the Spider-Man movie universe?
The MCU.
Okay.
I was let down by his journey through the MCU.
Yes.
Tom Holland. Yes. With like everything they've done with that character to where they leave him at the end of No Way Home. I was so let down and I thought that storyline was trash.
Yeah. Then we're completely on the same page. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Loved everything that had to do with the Spider-Verse.
Yes. I loved everything with the Spider-Verse. Once again, Sony, lean hard into the Spider-Verse.
And Andrew Garfield. Lean hard into Andrew Garfield.
Justice for Andrew fucking Garfield.
He is showing up. He is ready.
The Spider-Man to rule them all.
Yeah.
I feel
effing great.
I feel so happy for him that he got his closure. His character got his closure. Like the world as a whole has kind of like taken a second look at particularly Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
And the storytelling they were doing, and like Sony made some bad business decisions with those movies, but there was heart in those stories. And Andrew Garfield, man, I don't think you've seen Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Oh, you have? Mm-hmm. Okay. There's this point in Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is so Peter Parker. I haven't seen it in years, but like his Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, like takes off his mask, and it's just like it's Peter connecting in a real way with this kid to let him know it's okay. And then that's the kid at the end of the movie that like goes and like stands up to the Rhino. I think stands in the Rhino's path. Yeah, and then like he like flips and like the webbing comes out, and it's Spider-Man to like stand in the way and. Like,
I got to rewatch that.
It wasn't Spider-Man that's inspirational. It's like it's the
person.
Whoever's under the mask can be that inspiration.
Yeah.
Which
Spider-Verse also handled well.
Spider-Verse also hinted at. But man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, those practical effects are just beautiful.
I definitely
what a love letter to Hollywood.
I definitely came out of No Way Home. I really liked Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man when I originally saw them. And then, Tom Holland came around and I really liked his too. But boy, seeing all three of them like together, I was like, I think Andrew Garfield is winning for me. I think part of what I like about Tom Holland's Spider-Man is how he is a Spider-Man for that MCU. Right. He's a Spider-Man that fits into that MCU, or at least,
not anymore.
We haven't said spoiler alert, but spoiler alert for
alerts.
That. So, that'll be interesting to see how that progresses. I definitely also left the theater going, this was a big power play by Sony. Like, okay, Marvel. So we're gonna fight about this property. Well, let's strip away every connection to Disney Marvel that we can possibly do. And then let's see where we're at. So mild spoiler, longtime listeners, pause here if you haven't seen No Way Home. Just a mild spoiler. Did you know this was our Spider-Man episode? How are they going to know when to unpause? We'll wave. We'll wave, and then you can
give it 20 seconds starting now. No. Sketch. Everybody remembers Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They just don't remember Peter.
Yeah.
So like Doctor Strange still remembers Spider-Man.
Correct.
Like, we saved the world together. Everybody. Yeah. What's the big deal? Like, it makes no sense. He should still have access to everything because he flips in and everything's fine.
Well, the big thing should have been just like the setup of the spell in the beginning of the movie. Not that people forget who Peter Parker is. Just forget the association between Peter Parker and Spider-Man. That's it.
Right. That's it.
But no, Sony was like, oh, I see you, Mal.
Everything.
I see you there. But all right, and they're back.
Long time listener, we're waving. We're back.
They're back.
We're back. Okay. So just skip those 20 seconds if you didn't
If you didn't, go back, skip them.
If you did, yeah.
And then get us back here.
And then listen for the wave.
Perfect.
And meet us back here. Okay. Yeah, sketch. Just sloppy. All the MCU stuff was just a big letdown for me.
I agree with you.
And like to the point where I'm like, make Amazing Spider-Man 3. I'm kind of done with Tom Holland stuff.
Oh my God.
And where they left it, I don't need Tom Holland.
And where they left Andrew Garfield, I'm like, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Bring it back
for more.
How amazing would it be if they got Emma Stone to come back and play Spider-Gwen?
Oh my gosh.
And do like a multiverse like that.
I'm all in.
I don't know if they'd both do it, but I feel like
I'm all in. You know, another show that I can't remember if we talked about this in the last Midstream. Another show that Doodle's really into is Spidey and His Amazing Friends, which is
I'm unfamiliar with this.
It's a Disney Plus specific series, and it's like a preschool age superhero show centered around Peter Parker and Gwen and Miles, right? So they're like this trio of crime fighters.
Gwen, Miles, and
Peter Parker. They're all spider people.
Preschoolers.
No, they're like
spider babies.
They're like
spider
kids.
babies.
No, they're them. It's geared at like preschoolers, right?
Okay. They're not in preschool.
No, they're not in preschool, but they're like kids.
I gotcha.
They're kids and they're Spider-Man. They're Team Spidey, and they save the day and they teach like social skills and blah 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 blah.
Cool.
Anyway, he's big into that, and his favorite is Gwen Stacy. His favorite is Ghost
Spider-Gwen is a great,
as they call her in the show.
Is a great character.
Yeah. So I would, you know what, LTLs, if you know any good arcs of Spider-Man to read with like Spider-Gwen, hit us up because I want to. I want to read some Spider-Gwen.
I was a hardcore Spider-Man fan at the time of the Clone Saga, which broke me.
Talking about that in our Spider-Man episode.
Broke me.
Yeah.
And what I loved about Spider-Man is like he was basically Nightwing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But like even more fun.
Yeah.
Because like not raised by a sociopath with severe trauma.
Whoa. Wait, you don't need web cartridges?
Yeah.
Oh, it just comes out of my wrist. What? Okay, can we talk about this?
Does it come out of anywhere else?
You know what? I'm uncomfortable talking about this.
We're just curious.
That's so great.
Do you ever get like a web block? Yeah, that actually happened once.
Man,
good.
you guys are fighting aliens. I want to fight aliens. I'm the lame Spider-Man. No, you're amazing.
You're amazing.
Oh my God, so much fan service.
So good.
Anything else?
There's a Disney XD series. It might be hard to find, but Ultimate Spider-Man was also a fantastic cartoon, skewed a little older.
Okay.
Didn't get a lot of love. It was right at the time. I think it ended right about the time Disney Plus was starting.
Okay.
And so it never
crossed
included
over. Stuff. Yeah.
But it was really good. I think it was probably the best of the Spider-Man series.
Nice.
And Nick Fury features very heavily in it.
Oh, is it the one where he kind of has like a little bit of a team and they're not all Spider team?
Nova.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I watched
Fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
I watched that. That was good. Yeah, that was good.
Long-time listeners, did you know this was a Spider-Man episode?
This is turning into a Spider-Man episode.
Yeah.
Any non-Spider-Man?
Yes, Sketch. I did want to talk about one of your recommendations.
Oh, one of my recs.
Hades. Recently won the 2021 Hugo Award.
It's amazing.
It is absolutely amazing. And Sketch, I played it. I loved it. I didn't get very far into the game because I got a lot of other stuff going on. But it's definitely something that I want to go back to because I got sucked into the lore of this game.
Yeah. It's very well.
And I think rightfully so, it has won a Hugo Award. And the reason this is so fantastic, longtime listeners, is because this is the first video game to ever win a Hugo Award. And for those of you not in the know, the Hugo Award is specifically a literary award. Did I say that right? Literary. There we go.
There it
award for science fiction. This is huge.
It is a big deal. And it's another feather in the cap of those of us who argue that video games can be art.
Yes. Or our art.
Or our art. And it's Yeah, good on you, Hades. Great game. I still need to finish it. Surprise, surprise. Haven't finished that one either. But I'm glad you saw how finely crafted it is. And not just the animation, not just the graphics and the way everything flows and moves. All those are fantastic. But the way it's written, and the way it's performed.
I haven't even used the God mode cheat.
Oh my goodness. Now that's high praise.
Yeah.
That is high praise.
Because I like the lore. Like every time you die and you go back to it's
you talk to everybody, and it's always something new to learn.
It's always something new.
Yeah. You know, I think I mentioned before how I was just starting Hollow Knight, and I have just beaten Hollow Knight, but there are 4 different endings, and I so far have gotten 2 of the 4 different endings. So I've beaten Hollow Knight with an asterisk. Like I still have the harder endings to unlock and
you're
complete.
Pulling a Fallout on me.
Oh, is that what they do in Fallout?
Based on like the decisions you make, the characters that you meet, and like if you skew, kind of like we always talk about chaotic good.
Yeah.
What is it? Lawful neutral, and what's the last one? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Based on the decisions you make, you get different endings.
Yeah. Well, in Hollow Knight, it's a little less like the decisions you make and just like what you accomplish in the world.
Gotcha.
And so like if you could beat the game with very little progressed in the world. And that's one ending. And then you can do some more things. You can unlock a second ending. And then
Mass Effect 3 was like that.
There you go. But gosh darn it. I mean, it's like Hades in that like this thing was so finely tuned. Like the lore, and there's like no spoken word in this game, but all the lore is like
no spoken word.
No, yeah, because they're all bugs, and so they don't speak English. So they make like noises and stuff like that. And
do you get a text box?
Yeah, you get some text box, but very, very sparse words. The story is really kind of cryptic, but in a fun way.
Yeah,
and just gorgeous, just an absolutely gorgeous game. And I've just got sucked so hard into that game, Hollow Knight, that it deserves all the praise it gets. It was like $15. I think I got that one on my Switch, but I think it was $15 on Steam too. And like now that I'm at the end of it, I'm like, how on earth was this $15? I have played far less for far more.
Right. Yep.
There's
think about all those like Nintendo games.
Value. There's your sketch.
Think about all those Nintendo games we spent $60 on, and you had to you got 2 pages of story in the booklet.
Yeah.
And then you just solved the puzzle.
And apparently, Hollow Knight was made by 2 guys. Just 2 guys. I believe it. Like wrote and made it, and it's there's something to be said for not having all these mucks mucking it up.
Yep.
Every step of the way. So just beautiful. So look at that. More game praise from us.
We gotta work a game episode in the future sketch. We tried it once.
The thing is that
it's hard.
Game is such a time commitment for an episode, but we got to do it. We got to do it.
Does that bring us to our
next week's
installment? Next week's episode?
I think it does. I think so. Well, it's not a game, guys. I mean, it sounded like that was the perfect segue to say. But yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Come with us if you want to geek out. Guys, it is the apocalyptic future. The year 2022. Skynet has bought all the PS5s. And for some reason, my rolls of bounty paper towels are stuck somewhere in the Midwest.
Not the apocalypse we thought we were going to get long-time listeners.
We're going to talk about the fictional apocalyptic world in which there is still a chance.
Yes.
We're talking...
The future's not written yet.
We're talking the Terminator movies, guys.
Terminator, specifically.
Yes.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day, and Terminator 6 Dark Fate.
Now, you might be wondering...
Terminator trilogy.
Why are you guys doing that? Why are you skipping 3, 4, and 5? And first question, have you seen 3, 4, and 5? But also, there's a very specific character who shows up specifically in 1, 2, and 6.
And 6, yes.
And so we've dubbed it the Sarah Connor
trilogy.
And so those are what we're going to be talking about next week. Those 3 specific Terminator movies.
Now, Sketch, I have an early take backsy.
Again?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was challenged to sit down and watch it, and I haven't done it yet. The Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Oh yeah.
Now we did not include that in our watch. But I have been challenged to watch it, and quote, it is the best of the Terminator universe.
Of the whole universe.
Whoa. That was what was thrown at my feet. I have not sat down to watch it yet.
That's high praise because like there's some great in the universe that we're going to talk about. So hearing that that could be the best in the universe, that's high praise.
It is. And also who is the actor that plays Cersei Lannister?
Cersei Lannister.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember her name.
I can't remember her name.
Why is she
either.
In it? Is she Sarah?
She plays Sarah Connor in Sarah Connor Chronicles, which is hilarious because then
isn't it Lena something?
I'm sorry?
Is it Lena something?
Yeah. Lena, yeah, you're right.
Something.
Look at you.
Look at me. I'm halfway there, guys. Oh, whoa. I'm halfway there. Oh, whoa. Lincoln on a chair.
Lena Headey.
Okay, I was close. I was a quarter of the way there.
Played Sarah Connor in the Sarah Connor Chronicles. And then in Terminator Genesis, Emilia Clarke played Sarah Connor.
Oh, yeah.
Which is bonkers. Yeah.
Now, again, we're not talking Genesis in our
mainstream episode. Yeah.
However,
if you head over to our Midstream,
our Patreon.
Thank you.
There you go.
If you head over to our Patreon,
we did talk 3, 4, and 5 off mic
in great detail.
On mic.
Off mic.
But we didn't want, we really wanted to limit it to Sarah Connor's story, and we didn't want 3, 4, and 5 to taint our scores.
Yeah.
Which they might have.
Because spoilers, guys, they're not good.
They're not that great.
They're not that great.
So next week, Terminator everything, apparently, except for not Sarah Connor Chronicles, but we'll get on that.
Do you like Terminator? Do you like Muppets? Watch Terminator Salvation.
There you go. High praise. High praise. Which one was Salvation?
It's the one with Bruce Wayne.
Oh, yeah. That was
Christian Bale, John Connor.
We're going to get there.
Terminator Muppets.
Patrons,
go watch it.
Patrons, we're going to get there. And for everyone, for all LTLs, the cream of the crop. 1, 2, and 6. Next week on Geeking Out. Rarely have those words been, or those numbers been uttered as the cream of the crop. 1, 2, and 6. And 6. Usually by the time you get to 6, the ship has sailed. Look at Fast and the Furious franchise.
Direct to video.
Yeah. Or the Home Alones. Yeah.
Oh,
goodness gracious.
Yes.
But yeah, so Terminator next week. It's going to be...
Come with us if you want to geek out.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I remember having a lot of fun recording that one.
Yes.
And,
that was a lot of fun.
And we get into it, guys. We get into it.
We leave no boot unturned, no Terminator unmelted,
no skull uncrushed,
no
because that's
gun
a thing. They
unfired.
like to do that. They like to
like to crush skulls.
They do like to crush skulls. Yeah. So
what are you doing with all the skulls?
On that cheery note,
we'll
see you next week.
Bangarang.